The Southeastern baseball team continue to have their ups and downs, falling to Tulane on the road. They will look to redeem themselves when they face McNeese this weekend. For the big game, I'm Nicole Brannigan. The 2011 Lions football team has all the key components in order to be successful. With a very good recruiting class coming in, all they have to do is figure out how to make everything gel. For 4 months this spring, the Lions football team has been gearing up for their 2011 season, and the men and women's basketball team prepare for a run in the Southland Conference tournament. Meanwhile, the Lady Lions basketball team fought their way into the tournament as the number 8 seed. And I'm Nicole Brannigan, and tonight we have a very special guest, Chelsea Hicks.
You were there. What did you think?
I definitely think that this Lions softball team is much better than it was last year. I mean, the thing that they have, and when I was talking to Pete, that they have this year is their freshmen are stepping up. Last year, Coach Mike Lucas and the Lions football team reeled in the top-ranked recruiting class in the FCS schools. The Southeastern Lions football team is back at it again, opening up its spring training session. The Lions are hoping to redeem themselves from last season's 2-9 record with a fresh start in 2011, and that process begins this spring. Southeastern will be looking for B.J. Young to step in and replace Tyler Beatty at the quarterback position. The Lions are returning a seasoned tandem of receivers, including Corey Theodore, Brandon Collins, and Simi Yarborough, an all-Southland Conference and all-Louisiana selection.
Everybody's giving a lot of effort, kind of using last year as motivation just to get it done this year, and everybody's got high expectations to get it done.
On the defensive side of the ball, cornerback Robert Alford will be back in action this fall, as will be many new faces hoping to fill the roles of Mark Newbill, Tommy Connors, and Curtis Strong in the secondary.
It feels pretty good to be back. Sitting out last year, I wanted to play last year, so I was waiting for this year to come so I could be on the field.
We really missed Robert last year, so having him back is a blessing. I'm glad he's healthy.
The work this offseason will be critical for the Lions going into next season. They open up their 2011 schedule once again in the Superdome against Tulane, and that's where they're hoping to make a statement.
There's a lot of position battles going on. The competition is good. We've got good athletes, but some of them are green, and we're trying to get him as many games type reps as we can right now.
The 2011 Lions football team has all the key components in order to be successful. With a very good recruiting class coming in, all they have to do is figure out how to make everything gel. If that happens, they'll be in the fight for the Southland Conference title. For the big game, I'm Nicole Brannigan. Coming off a not-so-bright 2010 season, Southeastern Lady Lions softball team will be relying on local hometown pitcher Katie Morse to line up the path for a chance at the Southland Conference tournament. Katie Morse came to Southeastern from 10 minutes down Interstate 55 from a little town of Ponchatoula. There at Ponchatoula High, she was a 4-time All-District athlete and Wendy's High School Heisman State finalist. Leaving the Green Wave, she decided to keep her green side of her past 4 years and become a member of the Green and Gold family for her next 4 years.
The hardest part for me from high school to college was learning that I couldn't throw just fastballs. I had to actually move the ball away from the batters. I couldn't just blow it past batters, and I think that's the hardest thing that I've had to learn.
Coming to Southeastern last year, she was following in her parents' footsteps, for they had both been graduates of Southeastern.
I'm really close to my family. Both of my parents graduated from Southeastern, and I grew up in this park. I played rec ball in this park, and I went to plays at this school, and this is my home.
Last year, as a freshman, Katie was the go-to pitcher, and after receiving her high school accolades, everyone was expecting big things out of her. Morris led the Lady Lions with 26 appearances as a freshman and started in the center circle 16 times. Over her freshman season, she struck out 40 batters in 73.2 innings of work. Coming into her sophomore year, head coach Pete Langwall says Katie and freshman Jessie Brown will be the primary weekend starters. Langwall is very impressed by the work of Katie Morse and says she came in much improved and more mature pitcher than she was last year.
Katie's, right there, if you want to say softball has a 1-2, she's a 1-2 pitcher. If you talk about baseball, she's our Friday night starter. She's been out there last year against the LSUs, the Southern Misses, the Texas States. We expect big things out of her.
With everyone expecting so much of Morse, it would be normal for any athlete to get nervous under pressure. But Katie says,
I really want to do my job on the mound. If I don't have to strike everyone out. If I can get some ground balls to my infield or some pop-ups to my outfielders, they're going to take care of me. I have full faith in who's behind me.
This 2011 season is supposed to be brighter than the last, and Katie Morse is the Lady Lions ace in order to lead them to the light at the end of the tunnel. For the big game, I'm Nicole Brannigan. The Southeastern Lions football team finished up spring training and is now looking forward to next fall. Coming off last season that was filled with heartache and disappointment, the Lions are ready to come into the Southland Conference this fall and make a statement.
You know, I always say that you've got to win your opener. It's very important to get the season off to a great start. You know, we've got to try to win all of our home football games, and you know, we got to be in position to fight for the conference championship in this very tough conference.
On the offensive side, the Lions are looking sound. All-Louisiana and all-conference selection Simi Yarbrough has been a leader for the Lions since he started at Southeastern 3 years ago.
Southland Conference Championship for sure, and I really want to beat them first 3 teams we play, you know, just to get us going real good.
Yarbrough will be the quarterback Brian Young's go-to target this season, as well as Corey Theodore and Brandon Collins. Collins' first year at Southeastern, he had 875 receiving yards, which is the second most in school history. Collins' athletic ability and burst of speed makes it difficult for teams to stop him. Brandon, a Texas native, will be looking to complete his senior year this fall and definitely wants to leave a mark in the Southland Conference.
Win. You know, we had a disappointing season last year, and we can't do that again. You know, our main goal is to win conference, you know, and I think we can get that done.
With Lions returning some of the top receivers in the Southland Conference, the Lions' offense looks to be set, but we all know defense wins championships. Devin Botwell and Devin Walker continue to lead the defense up front, while corners Todd Washington and Robert Alford continue to stand out to Coach Lucas. Alford missed the entire 2010 season, which seemed to hurt the Lions outside. With the turn of Robert Alford, the defense is definitely going to have more speed and depth than they did before. This 2011 season, Lions fans will be seeing a lot of new faces on the defensive end. Tulane transfer Antoine Duplessis, junior college transfer C.J. Ogbui, and true freshman Jordan Moon will be looking to replace 4-year letter winner Cole Wardell at tight end.
We lost 8 starters on the defensive side of the ball. We're breaking in a new quarterback, starting quarterback. We got 8 transfers at semester that are eligible, and we just got a lot of new faces.
It's no secret that a team is only as good as their quarterback, and Brian Young will be leading the Lions next season. Young will be replacing Tyler Beatty in the quarterback position and hopes to lead next year's team to a Southland Conference championship. Young saw action in 6 games in the 2010 season. In those 6 games, he had 1,200 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. For 4 months this spring, the Lions football team has been gearing up for their 2011 season, with some of the return of impact players on defense, some of the top receivers in the Southland Conference, and Brian Young at the quarterback position. The Lions feel they will be contenders for the Southland Conference championship. Southeastern opens up its 2011 season September 3rd in the Superdome when they face Tulane. For the big game, I'm Nicole Brannigan.